All right, time now for a Mail Today exclusive. Our special focus here on India Today television. As the Lalit Modi row refuses to die down, more revelations are now coming to light. A Mail Today exclusive report has revealed that even a former Supreme Court judge had come out in support of the former IPL chief. Late Justice U.C. Banerjee had endorsed the alleged economic offender's claim that he was hounded by the UPA government. The judge, who had also served as the Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, helped Lalit Modi stay in London after his multiple entry visa or visitor's visa expired in 2012. Mail Today has found out that the former judge of the Supreme Court had extended legal opinion in favor of Lalit Modi. According to the international lawyer Hemant Batra, the former IPL boss was backed by 3 legal opinions from eminent people to prove a case for extension of stay in England. The 2 were from India, including Justice Banerjee, and the third, an internationally acclaimed jurist. Mail Today has accessed the signed copy of Justice Banerjee's legal opinion. The judge had found merit in Lalit Modi's assertion that his life was not secure in India on account of several threats from underworld don, including underworld don Dawood Ibrahim. Justice Banerjee held the revocation of Modi's passport in 2010 as illegal and even smelt a conspiracy. That's the story that is there in today's edition of Mail Today. It's been filed by Siddharth Rai, who joins us here in the studio. Morning, Siddharth.
Hi.
If you could tell us a little more about this particular story, because the story basically proves that it's not just the politicians, the name that Lalit Modi was rattling off in our interview just a couple of days ago. He has sought legal assistance as well. And this is not just assistance. He has got the legal luminaries, not just in India, not just judges, but even international jurists to actually back his claim that there is a threat to his life.
Right.
Could you just elaborate a little on this particular story in the Mail today?
See, I would like to, bring attention to two points. The first being, see, for long in India, we have been hearing that there is a political class cutting across party lines, cutting across several different kinds of social strata that is enjoying power as a collective entity. Now this, the Lalit Modi thing, people across political lines supporting him, having come in support of him, having earlier supported him, and now the Supreme Court judge, a former Supreme Court judge, late Mr. U.C. Banerjee, also writing an opinion for him. It proves that somewhere or the other in India, it's a vindication of that political class existing in India, rubbing shoulder with each other and helping each other out on various occasions, sometimes, with notoriety. Now, the second point, which concerns the facts, of the story. It all started when Lalit Modi lost his visitor's visa in 2012, and then his visa, his passport was revoked by Mumbai authorities, the regional passport authority in Mumbai. So U.C. Banerjee passed his legal opinion on 3 specific points for Lalit Modi. First of all, being whether or not the Enforcement Directorate and the passport authorities were right in revoking Lalit Modi's visa, passport. Secondly, whether or not Lalit Modi faced a credible threat in India, the underlying argument being that if he comes back to India to apply for a visa from India, from the Indian soil, which he had to do since his visa had expired in London, whether or not he could actually come and do that with safety of his life.
Okay.
The third thing, whether or not Mr. Modi had been convicted actually. Now this point was very important back then, because had there been any convictions, he would surely been pronounced ineligible for any kind of stay in England. He would have to be brought back to India and tried thereof.
Okay.
Mr. U.C. Banerjee, he did not find any credibility in the Enforcement Directorate and the regional passport authorities actions. In fact, he goes on to say, I have this copy.
Yes, if you could just hold it up and show it to our viewers.
Of course.
That's actually, this is the opinion of late Justice Umesh C. Banerjee, who has basically opined in favor of Lalit Modi, especially on account of his stay, extended stay in the United Kingdom, and secondly about the threat that was there to his life here in India. you could just elaborate on that.
Yeah. See, this opinion piece, it was leveraged by Mr. Modi to extend his extend his stay in London. What it says, I'll be crisp and to the point. First of all, Mr. U.C. Banerjee says that the passport authority was way beyond its brief to revoke Mr. Modi's passport. Second, Mr. U.C. Banerjee, again, late Justice Banerjee, he brings into focus the threats to Mr. Modi's life from the Dawood Ibrahim gang. That is what he does. And he also brings into focus a letter from the then police commissioner of Mumbai saying that yes, there was a credible threat, and at the same time, Mr. Modi's security cover had been withdrawn. Now, I would also like to point here that this happened, this revocation of the police cover also, it happened after that infamous tweet of Mr. Modi, you remember, which led to Shashi Tharoor losing his position. Then Mr. Banerjee also says that since
let's in fact, Siddharth, let's come back to that particular point that you're about to mention in just a short moment. We have Mr. Hemant Batra also. Incidentally, he is an international lawyer. He has also backed the former IPL boss. Now, Mr. Batra, thanks very much for joining us on this morning broadcast. Mr. Batra, you have backed, the former cricket czar, Lalit Modi, as far as, various issues are concerned. Could you tell us, how did you see merit in his argument?
Well, see, Siddharth, as you know, that the matter is quite old, and I mean, I would not remember day-to-day account or even by even account. I do remember that at that time when we were involved in this matter, there was literally a truckload of documents which we need to examine, and we went through. And Justice Banerjee, I fairly remember, was initially hesitant, but then when he went through all the documents, he got so convinced that he said that not only that I'll give opinion, I would be willing to even fly down to UK and have a conference with the Queen's Counsel, who was representing Lalit Modi, and even several other the solicitors who were part of the team which was fighting for the asylum of Mr. Lalit Modi. So that kind of overwhelming evidence he found in the documents which were given to him in the course of briefing him for getting his opinion. And apart from him, there were several other legal luminaries who were also quite sort of keen to extend their opinion, though that was not required, if I fairly remember, because the need was to get perhaps 2 or 3 opinions only in support of the case. And even I remember that there were quite a few holes in the whole process which was followed to sort of prevent Lalit Modi getting extended visa in UK. So I felt that the authorities were not too keen at that stage to sort of try him in India. They were more keen to ensure that he does not succeed in staying in UK. So therefore, I found little, discrepancy in what they were claiming officially and what they were sort of pursuing unofficially.
Interesting that you make that point, Mr. Batra. Many thanks for joining us at this moment. Siddharth, we'll come back to you in just a short moment from now. Time for a short break. When we come back, we'll look at perhaps why did Lalit Modi choose not to talk about this legal aid or legal help that he had actually sought and got in that interview that he actually gave to Rajdeep Sardesai just a couple of days ago. Siddharth, just a short while back, you were in fact talking about how legal luminaries actually assisted in some way Lalit Modi. Lalit Modi got a lot of help from them, whether it was related to, the threat perception assessment, or whether it was related to his extended stay in the United Kingdom.
Right.
But did they actually speak at all about the Enforcement Directorate Probe? Because that is at the bottom of it all, the whole fight as far as the Finance Ministry and him is concerned. Financial bungling. Was there any opinion, regarding this?
Right. See, I will not pass any observation on this.
No, is there any opinion of Justice Banerjee?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That, without passing any observation on this, Justice U.C. Banerjee did not see that ED case, that enforcement directed case on Mr. Lalit Modi as having much credence. That is number one.
Okay.
Secondly, he also said in this testimonial that Lalit Modi was being forced. His passport had been revoked precisely because authorities in India wanted him to come back and testify in front of the ED. Then he goes on to say that this was illegal insofar as under FEMA there is no provision for a physical interrogation. And Mr. Modi, even at that time, had told the enforcement directorate that they could interrogate him via a video link. So that is what Mr. UC Banerjee says, in this testimony.
No, but then, Siddharth, my question to you is, and then after that, after your answer, we'll go across to Jaipur to get perhaps more clarity.
Right.
When was this opinion given? 2012?
2012.
Okay. Now, from Rajasthan, we are joined in by Rohit Parihar. Rohit, our colleague at India Today, Sharat Kumar, actually got us a report yesterday where he went to one of the addresses in Sanganer, which apparently are in the name, or it's registered in the document to have, given a particular amount to a company which is headed by Dushyant Singh Raje, that is the son of Vasundhara Raje, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. There was absolutely nothing over there, no office, barren land. So my point is, it's not all completely in the clean, Rohit.
Yeah, it is not clean. Lalit Modi, during first tenure of Vasundhara Raje, that is between 2003 and 2008, actually had become almost notorious for these kind of activities. And yes, all of us knew that he had set up this kind of company, which subsequently paid money to Dushyant Singh. Around 11 crore rupees. Some of that is partially given as a borrowed sum, so which Dushyant Singh can easily justify because he can borrow money from somebody else. And there is another development in this case that in March, Anup Bartaria, at that time, one of the former directors of the company was also sent a letter by enforcement director that seeking details about the company. Anup joined the company sometime immediately after Vasundhara Raje came to power in the second tenure, and in his professional capacity as architect, because Lalit Modi wanted to set up some new projects in Jaipur. But within 2 months, Anup Bartaria resigned. He says that he went to ED office in Delhi personally and told them that he quit within 2 months and he was associated just in his professional capacity. In fact, it shows that the moment Vasundhara Raje came to power, Lalit Modi had big dreams. He thought that probably as in her first tenure, this time also he could do lot of things like this, and he could invest in real estate. Actually, Anup Bartaria was made to head a RCA committee also, which was supposed to set up world-class stadium like Melbourne, and Populous company which had set up Melbourne stadium paid a visit also, and Anup Bartaria accompanied that company officials in Jaipur. However, Anup probably within 2-3 months realized that Vasundhara Raje was not backing Lalit Modi, and these projects were not expected to come up at all.
Absolutely.
So he quit.
Absolutely,
It
Rohit.
also shows that Vasundhara Raje,
Yes, please.
It also shows that Vasundhara Raje from the very beginning wanted to wriggle out of Lalit Modi's affairs. She had become very wise, and we could see that from 2012 and onwards, October onwards, she was trying to maintain a distance from Lalit Modi, and Lalit Modi was very upset because of it. So that could be one reason that Lalit Modi has tried to involve Vasundhara Raje releasing all those documents.
Then, Rohit, it's not helping her case, because you have a situation where in Sanganer, one of the addresses that we have actually got here, and it's actually become a political story, and we'll go across to the political dimension of this particular story of Lalit Modi's allegations and our findings across to Smita Sharma. Now, Smita, it's become, intensely political. The fact that Lalit Modi now openly takes the name of as having been a very close family affiliate of Lalit Modi's. We have seen that he has, in fact, Lalit Modi has also claimed that she was one of the witnesses. She has sent a signed document. It has been produced in the court, which has been denied by Vasundhara Raje. It's also a well-known fact now in the political circle that Lalit Modi and Vasundhara Raje and the proximate relationship that they had once no more exists. But definitely, whatever the dealing may have been in the past, whether it is Vasundhara's son, Vasundhara Raje herself with Lalit Modi, she is in a spot of bother at this moment. And worst is that she is not even clarifying her position out in the open.
Well, Sanket, there's no doubt that IPL increasingly over the years has become really less about good cricket and more about the Indian Paisa League or the Indian political league, really. And just so much of scum and froth surfacing every day, twists and turns are being reported. Also, a lot of the old stories that had actually surfaced during 2010 in terms of the cricketing allegations, allegations of people who were lodged in those expensive hotels and paid for. The bills are having been presented to the BCCI to be paid for, be it the likes of Tharoor or Salman Khurshid or Vasundhara Raje herself. As far as Vasundhara Raje is concerned, the other feeling is also that perhaps Lalit Modi has now, in fact, brought in her name so strongly to try and take the heat off Sushma Swaraj. Because remember, as far as the BJP is concerned, they're very clear here at the moment that they will brazen out the attack as far as Sushma is concerned. For Vasundhara Raje and her son Dushyant, who is an MP himself from Jhalawar, they have left themselves to defend. But though it was reported that Vasundhara had spoken to Amit Shah yesterday to clarify her stand, but Ravi Shankar Prasad did not confirm it there during that press conference. Sushma Swaraj for now, of course, carries on with business as usual. She met with delegations yesterday. Tomorrow she will be meeting with the Tanzanian delegations in town. Tomorrow night is when she leaves for New York to lead those celebrations on International Yoga Day in New York on the 21st, where she'll be joined by the UN Secretary General. She comes back on the 23rd, and she goes back. She will possibly be representing India at that Rebuilding Donors Conference in Nepal in place of Narendra Modi. And on 28th, she will be attending that World Sanskrit Conference in Bangkok. So clearly, for Sushma Swaraj, it is business as usual. She has that solid defense of the party, of course, the RSS as well.
Yes, but as far as Vasundhara Raje is concerned, Smita, you have said it in as many words. As far as Sushma Swaraj is concerned, you may debate whether this is tokenism or symbolism. At least the party has come out in a full frontal attack to all the opposition, saying that we support Sushma Swaraj. Where is that defense for Vasundhara Raje? That is not actually coming in at this particular moment from the BJP. They are believed to have spoken, Vasundhara as well as the party chief Amit Shah. But does the party fully back Vasundhara Raje on all the allegations that have been made by Lalit Modi? That is going to be the political development in this story. The focus clearly has shifted to where Rohit Parihar is at this moment in Jaipur. Rohit, very quickly, do we expect the Chief Minister to have a word with the media, to speak, to clarify her position? What is she doing?
Today she is going to Punjab to attend Sikh celebrations there. And as of now, she doesn't have any plan to speak to media. But I actually hope that she should come out before media and explain her position. But one thing is also clear that Enforcement Directorate was after this case, because it is in March that Anup Bartaria was sent this letter explaining his connection with the company. There was no mention, as Anup at least claims, that there was no mention about source of funds, from where the money was given and how it was transferred to Dushyant's company.
Okay.
But it shows that Enforcement Director has been pursuing this case for past almost 3-4 years. This case also was initiated when UPA was in power. But Vasundhara Raje or Dushyant need to explain something about the source of funds and how the funds were obtained, whether these were borrowings or whether it was investment. As of now, we show that it was part borrowing and part investment.
Absolutely.
So she should do well to come before media and explain.
Absolutely. She needs to come out and explain. Thanks very much, Rohit Parihar, as well as Smita Sharma, joining us for more on the political side of this particular story. And Siddharth, many congratulations for getting us this exclusive news story.